Hello fans, viewers and subscribers, joining me, Ruku, on another beer review. And this is another request by one of my followers, my viewers, and one of my subscribers. So this one is for Dominic Hull. So Dominic, if you're watching buddy, this one's for you. He requested that I do a beer review on Peroni, so that's what I'm going to do. Don't know why I've not done a beer review on Peroni before, I just don't know. But there we go, first time for everything. So I'd like to thank you, Dominic, for the request, and without further ado, I'm going to begin. So, Peroni is from Italy, and apparently this goes well, from what I've been told from various people. I must know some strange people, because they say that this beer goes well with cheeses and curries. I don't know if that's true, but there you go, just thought I'd get that in there. Peroni is from Italy. It's won 2 awards. We can see there on the front. I have no idea what they're for. So Italian beer, there's not many of them from what I'm aware of. This is a 330 and comes in at 5.1%. You can just about see it there. So 5.1. Boom. Peroni's been around for a while. One of the most well-known beers out there. There's the cap for any cap enthusiasts, just basically represents the same as the little circle logo thing on there. So there you go. That is all the boring stuff out of the way, and the good stuff will begin. Right then, so what we're looking at, it's, oh god, bit disappointing on the head there, very thin, a very thin minimalistic head, quite watery. I do apologise for the camera, it goes on autofocus mode, so that's why it goes blurry, so just please bear with it. Thin, watery looking head. Carbonation is a bit slow, steady, easy going. Let me just see if I can get a bit of a head on this, because I'm not too happy with this. It might just be where the beer is super cold, sometimes that does have an effect on it. There you go, that's a bit better. So a bit of a head there, so that's what it would look like. The lacing then is very clean, virtually none when I'm doing that. Oh, there you go. There is, but then it just wipes itself clean, so that's a good sign. It means it's a clean beer. Pale sort of hay colour, so yeah, doesn't look too bad. On with the smells. Smells like of a sweet malt. Bit grassy and a bit hayy. A slight smell of cereal as well, and grains. So yeah, quite an unusual mixture there of smells, but nevertheless doesn't mean that because it's got an unusual smell that it's going to taste unusual or you know, shit in any which way. The smells are quite, I don't know, quite herbally as well. It's got that almost herbally smell, almost mistaken for like a skunky cannabis smell almost. But yeah, not other than that, it's actually not too bad. It's quite pleasant on the nose, which is good. Right, let's do this. Dominique, this one's for you, my friend. Surprisingly quite good. It's yeah, very pleasant. Quite watery base, but it's not a weak watery base. It's quite a strong watery base. What you're getting is an automatic hit there of a sweet malt. Sweet malt rushes in straight after the watery body. The body itself is, I'd say, light to medium, because it is quite a light, refreshing beer, but at the same time it's not too light, like a Pilsner, so it's sort of mid-ranged in the body, so a medium body. The sweet maltness carries through on the aftertaste, and then you get a slight hit of bitterness at the end, like almost like a slight light bitter that's a little bit herby and a bit rustic on the malt. The beer itself is quite pleasant. It's quite sweetish in places, with a sweet malt, a little bit of herbally taste. Really on the malt though, it's quite a nice, malty taste, which I like. Well, when it's sweet anyway. I'm not a big fan of actual malty beers. Can't stand them, but this does well. It's nice balanced. The balance there is quite mid-range, so it's very mixed well in all the flavours. And what I mean by that is not only you get in that malty taste, but then you get a slight bitterness on the end, and the carbonation in the mouth is very crispy, very lively, clean tasting. The aftertaste is clean and sweet with a tiny bit of bitter. The head itself you can barely taste, so I'm going to just work up a bit of a head for you. Right, that should do the job. There you go. If I burp, it's a sign of a good beer. The head is light, light malty bitterness, also somewhat frothy, but at the same time disperses quickly in the mouth. So, and it works quite well with the carbonation because you kind of get a bubble attack on the palate. So you've got the carbonation there, and the head just sort of disperses. So you've got like a rush of carbonation, bang, head disperses. Leaves you with a nice pleasant aftertaste. The head itself is, I'd say, a quite a light bitter. It's not fir tongue or anything like that. It's kind of light bitterness. So yeah, quite a well balanced beer really between sweets and bitternesses, which is nice. So yeah, Dominic, I think you've offered me here a beer that is mid-ranged. Would I recommend it to you or to anyone? I would, yeah, definitely. It's quite an easygoing beer. Not bad flavours. Could do better. But to be fair, I don't really know many other Italian beers. So, hey ho, this is a nice one to try. You can virtually get this most places in your convenience stores, supermarkets, off licenses, and even in your local bars, pubs, clubs, whatever. So it's widely available to most people. So what would I score it out of 10? Well, I'm going to have another drink to that before I decide. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's nice, easy going. Yeah, middle of the range, run of the mill, really. So yeah, loved it. So thanks, Dominic, for the request. And if anyone else out there has any requests that you want me to do, providing I can get hold of the beer, as I am struggling to get some of the American beers, as the divide between the west coast of America, etc., do not want to export or import any beers. So yeah, other than that, if I can get hold of a beer, I'll do my best to get it, and I'll give anyone a shout out, providing you want me to. And I'm always happy to look forward to your comments, and anything else you want me to review, I'm always up to do that as well. So thank you, Dominic, and thank you, fans, viewers and subscribers. Join me next time when I'll be doing even more beer reviews.